What is up, everybody? I hope you're all doing well today, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have our first mod-related Starfield video. I finally got around to finishing the main story of Starfield. Had a good time. I'm going to try and do a review on that sometime soon. But for a second playthrough, I've been just kind of exploring more side stuff, doing other missions and whatnot, and I decided to start getting some mods. And today we are going to go over my 3 favorite mods so far. So before we jump into my 3 favorite mods, I am going to exclude the DLSS mod for Starfield on PC, as not everyone will be using it. It's exclusive, to the PC version of it, and not every single person's going to need it due to having different graphics cards and yada yada yada. So I am using it, but it is not going to be included in this video, and let us move on. So with number 1, we are going to be looking at Star UI Inventory. So as many of you who have played this on PC will know, the UI is not fantastic. I personally don't absolutely hate it, but the inventory UI was definitely a little rough. Didn't give you enough info, couldn't look at very many items at once. It wasn't amazing. Again, I didn't hate it, but it was definitely not great. And Star UI fixes that by giving you, well, a lot more info. As you can see, there's all of the quantity of items, the weight of the entire category, so you can just kind of get in and see a lot more information. And when you go into the actual subcategories such as weapons, you can filter based on different types, which is very nice, or you can untoggle and just have everything. You get each of the items along with, damage, DPS, how much they weigh, value, and all that kind of fun stuff, ammo as well, and just being able to have a lot more info. My only gripe with this is just that it does, cover up the item you're looking at. It's not a big deal to me, and if I really want to go in and look, I can just hit X and actually examine items, so it's not really a problem at all, and having this much extra information is fantastic. I really appreciate it. It makes going through the inventory a lot less cumbersome, and as you can see, it does the same thing for all of the different types. Backpacks, helmets, spacesuits, all the good stuff, grenades, just so much information. It's really nice. I think it's a fantastic mod, and it is definitely worth your time. So for the number 2 slot today, I found a mod that fixes probably my biggest gripe with Starfield. And it does it in a way that is not game-breaking or very, cheaty. I really like this mod, and that is infinite ship storage. Now, to be exact, what this mod does is it makes your ship storage at 500,000. I believe the mod also shows a way that you can make it a different amount. And the reason I really appreciate this is because the weight of items in Starfield is just way too high. On my first character, when I played through the main story, I took every level of I forget what it's called, but the perk that lets you carry more weight, and it was still I could just hardly carry anything, especially if you were trying to pick up any kind of resources and you wanted to have more than one weapon on you. God forbid you tried to have more than one hazmat or spacesuit on you at a time. Weight was just ridiculous. And there is different ways you could handle that, such as, just console command making your carry weight super high, and I'm sure there's some mods that do the same thing. But I do like the gameplay loop of, collecting things, having to return them to your ship, and, that kind of stuff. Not just having an infinite weight. Another way you could handle the carry weight problem is to make all of the resources not weigh anything, but I really didn't want to cheat, so to speak. I wanted something that was a little bit more natural, and the carry weight of the ships was also extremely low. I want to say the base cockpit for the ship was only I want to say maybe 400, which again, you fill it up really fast. I think just 2 planets lightly exploring, I mostly filled my ship, and it makes it very hard to actually collect the materials you need. And so instead of having to make a ship yourself and fully revolve it around having tons and tons and tons of the cargo bays just so that you can carry a decent amount of stuff on your ship, I decided that the carry weight mod for the ship was a nice middle ground. The ship should be able to carry a lot more than the player, and so I don't find it particularly cheaty, and it does let me still continue that normal gameplay loop of trying to collect things, then return them to my ship once in a while being able to collect everything I could ever want. So this is how I chose to fix the carry weight problem, and so far on my second playthrough, it's felt fairly natural. Again, it really doesn't feel cheaty to me. The ship should be able to carry a lot. It's a spaceship, come on. So this mod has been fantastic for me. Maybe you'd like to fix carry weight in a different way, and that's totally fine. But this has been my favorite way to fix the carry weight problem. Alright, so the final mod for today, my number 3 slot, is going to be a little bit hard to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain it to you and tell you what it does. And then for the last little tiny bit of the video, I'll just run a little bit of combat here, and you can either watch and try to spot what it changes for yourself, or just end the video there, whichever you prefer. But this mod is Improved Combat AI. So in Starfield, if you've been playing the vanilla, you might have noticed that AI can be pretty stupid sometimes. They're, in my opinion, definitely a little better than the previous games, but they do a lot of really dumb things, like just standing out in the open and shooting at you, or like taking cover behind one object and just permanently staying there until you kill them. And I like combat in Starfield. I think it's pretty fun, but the AI is definitely a little lackluster. Now, what Improved Combat AI does is increases the chance of the AI to make circumstantial combat decisions, such as taking cover, rushing the enemy, retreating when injured, and throwing grenades, flanking, just different things like that. They're already in the game. The AI can already do these things, but this mod increases the chance of them deciding to make those decisions. In fact, I don't know if I can show it here, but yeah, so you can even come in here to your console, because it is a console command based mod, and you can see that it is going in here and it is changing all of the values so that they can happen more often. So instead of you coming in and trying to go through and manually changing all of these settings to make AI better, this mod goes in, increases all those chances for you, and just makes the AI a lot more responsive, and overall makes them make better decisions in combat. I have had quite a bit of fun with this. It wasn't like a night and day difference, but I could definitely tell that AI was being more aggressive or trying to run from me more often, and it's hard to see in action, but it has felt better since I downloaded this mod and have been using it. So it is a little behind the scenes action on this one, but I definitely think Improved Combat AI is a mod that you should get if you have not already. And that does wrap up my 3 mods for the day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I'll run a little combat here in the background just for funsies, and so that you can see it possibly in action as I fight some pirates in this camp. But if that's it for you, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one.